Hello everyone. So far we've discussed simply supported beams as far as conjugate beam method is concerned. Now we shall discuss cantilever beams. So here I am going to discuss cantilever beams by conjugate beam method comparing with moment area method. So the problem which you are seeing here has been already solved in moment area method. Now I am going to solve the same problem by conjugate beam method by achieving the same answers which we have got in moment area method. So here we have a cantilever beam where there is a change in cross section. For first 2 meters the cross section is I, for the next 2 meters the cross section is 2I. So as we know, the first we used to draw bending moment diagram, then using I values we used to draw M by EI diagram. So here also in conjugate beam method also the procedure remains same up to drawing M by EI diagram, just like this. So using the original beam, first we will draw bending moment diagram, from bending moment diagram we will draw M by EI diagram. But here there is a small change. So when you are drawing conjugate beam, we have to change the support conditions. In the original beam you see the end A is fixed, end B is free, but when you are drawing conjugate beam you have to make the free end B as fixed and the fixed end A as free, because if you want to find slope at B, say if you want to find slope at B, you need to find shear force at B. But if you put this fixed condition at point A, so at point B without this support the shear force value will be 0 as well as the bending moment value will be 0. That's why we need to change the end conditions. So in case of cantilever beam, the original beam and conjugate beam, when you compare it, the fixed end should become free end and the free end should become fixed end in conjugate beam. So this is the original beam. So in the original beam, if point B is free end, in the conjugate beam the point B should be fixed. So you need to make free end as fixed end and the fixed end as free end. So once you get this, your conjugate beam is ready. So in this, you know the point B is fixed. Here we have 3 reactions. Among 3, sigma HB will become 0. You are left with MB and RB. So MB is not required for us as far as problem is concerned, but we need what is RB dash. So we need to find what is RB dash, the only vertical reaction here. So for it I will be applying the equilibrium equation sigma V is equal to 0. It is the summation of vertical forces. So RB dash is acting upwards, and as well as this load is also acting upwards because negative will be taken as upwards. So summation of all the loads will give you minus 25 by EI, because all are acting upwards, minus 25 by EI. So once you get RB dash value, the slope at B in the original beam is equal to shear force at B in the conjugate beam. So shear force at A in the conjugate beam is RB dash, it is equal to minus 25 by EI. I think all of you know how to draw this M by EI diagram. So first we will draw bending moment diagram 5 into 420. So in the middle point you can call it as C, where there is changing cross section. At that point also you should know what is bending moment value. So we have we have marked 2 bending moment values. So at this particular point you just divide by I value. So 20 divided by 2I will give you 10 EI, 10 divided by I will give you 10 by EI. So at this point we have 2 values, one for I and one for 2I. First one for I it is 10 by EI, next for 2I it is 5 by EI. So 10 by 2 EI will give you 5 by EI. Accordingly you get the diagram. So next we should find deflection at B, which means we should find bending moment at B in the conjugate beam. So you have to take all this area about B, bending moment at B. So all will go clockwise direction. So you can call it as negative from right side. So clockwise is taken as negative. So first let me take the area 1, which I will be dividing this area into standard sections. So here we have two triangles and one rectangle. So area of first triangle is half into base is 2, height is 10 by EI. So moment of this area about B, so 2/3 of 2 towards sharper edge. So area 1 is over. Coming to area 2, it is rectangle. So base into height, so base is 2, height is 5, so 2 into 5. So from center of rectangle to point B, so 2 by 2 plus 2, 2 by 2 plus 2. So coming to third area, it's again a triangle. So half into 2 into 5 by EI. So moment of this area about B is 2/3 of 2 plus 2. So it works out to minus 60 by EI. So deflection at B in the original beam is equal to bending moment at B in the conjugate beam. So bending moment at B in the conjugate beam is minus 60 by EI. This is your cantilever beam problem carrying only one point load. So coming to cantilever beam carrying 2 point loads. So here I have drawn 2 diagrams for 2 loads. We can also combinedly draw one bending moment diagram and reduce it into embodied diagram because we have 2 point loads. So not a problem here. You can draw one single diagram for these 2 loads and you can reduce that by embodied diagram. It can be done. So here I have done with one diagram for one load. So it's the same way. First we need to find support reaction. Again I made the same thing here. So fixed end is made free end and free end is made as fixed end. I said you can also make one diagram. So here I have gone with 2 diagram just to be in line with moment area method. So here again the same problem which we solved in by moment area method, I also solved it by conjugate beam method. So here I have taken 2 diagrams for 2 loads and accordingly I found the reaction as well as deflection.